Good evening, everybody. I got this little bench grinder from somewhere in Europe. I'm guessing maybe Austria or Germany or something like that. It operates at 220 volts at 50 hertz. As you know, over here we operate at 60 hertz, which means that this little motor is actually spinning a little bit faster than it should. But in general, especially for an induction motor like this, it's not really going to kill it years ahead of schedule. But I'm sure if you used it 24 hours a day, you'd probably kill it a lot quicker. So the cord is crap on it. It's very dry rotted over here, and you know you're exposed to the conductors on the inside. So I'm going to take this apart and replace the cord on it. Oh yeah, if anyone can shed any light on this brand at all, tell me whether it's a good brand or a bad brand. Anything would be much appreciated there. I cannot read German. What I will say is that when I plug this thing in and let it run, this thing is rock solid. It doesn't even move. No rubber feet on it or anything to dampen the vibration, and it doesn't even move. So anyways, we're gonna crack into it here. Same principle as a grinder that runs off of 120. You know, the electrical is pretty much the same. The only difference is the voltage. Well, two legs rather than one. Alright, there you go. We got capacitor start, so maybe we can check the capacitance as well. I'm just going to get this capacitor out of the way, make it easier to see everything and operate. Okay, so what do we have here? Made in Germany. So it's a Bosch capacitor. Cool. Never seen one of them before. So we got our ground here, so that's pretty straightforward. Take that one off. Now this is when it's a good idea to snap a picture to make sure you get it all back together the way it was. I'm taking a video, so I can just refer back to this. It's a flathead holding one of the hots in. Okay, that's one. And then this guy here, crimp-on connector. Maybe what I might end up doing is just soldering them all together. So we'll just do this. No harm done. These are the two. Put these together, and these go to the other leg. Cool. These things are kind of a pain in the ass. These little grommets work great, but they are a pain in the arse. Anyone know a better way taking these things out? Leave a comment down below there. Jeez. It's like a one-way system here. So you just put your wire back in there, put this over top, and you basically cram it in there. And because of these little barbs here, it just holds itself in place once you shove her back in there. Okay. So now we got to make a new cable for it. Okay, so here's the cord we got. This is a 14 with the grounded, so you got two conductors and then your ground here. And I kept this little whip right here so I could basically make the same cuts over again. So that's it. We'll have to cut it right about back here. So once again, you're gonna want to kind of take it easy when you do this with a knife. Just score it. You don't have to cut all the way through. It will tear. So I got it cut a good portion of the way through there. Okay. You don't want to cut the ones on the inside here. So now I'm scoring the side, and we'll peel it like a banana. And that's it. We're in. It came apart nice and clean. The cardboard here, or the paper, you just gotta get that out of the way. So the neutral had a little lug on there, so I will put one of those back on it here. So grab the strippers. Where did they go? Okay, they're over here. Strip about that much off. And this one maybe a little bit longer. So this will get grounded to the body, actually. Put that on there. I have these pliers, but these are absolute garbage. I hate these things. I don't even know why I even have them. I should just throw them in the garbage now, but they did get me out of a pinch once or twice. If you're actually serious about what you're doing, get yourself some channel locks. A little crimper right there, that'll save your life every time. These are great pliers. Can't go wrong with channel locks. So it's a grounding lug. Once again, it's 220, so it doesn't really matter what polarity it is. Power coming in on both conductors. Crimp that on there. It's good. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm going to feed them back through the hole here. I suppose I can hold it in place with this. That's good. What do we got here? Okay, so the ground is done. One of the lugs. We're going to put that on. I'm driving the screw a little bit on an angle, which is a little bit troublesome. Okay, do a little pull test. Okay, that's not coming apart. Maybe another quarter turn if I can. And perfect. These right here, I don't have any of these connectors. I don't necessarily buy into them either too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to solder all these together. I'll just put a moret on it, then tape the moret, that way it can't vibrate off. Okay, looks good. What I have here is rosin core solder, which, you know, if your copper is clean, then you don't really need to put flux on there or whatever. I like it. I like this stuff for electronics. I like it for most applications. It's a one-step process and it cleans as it goes. Okay, so now those wires are never going to come apart. Put the gun. Okay, so we got this this all soldered up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip the end here, and it's going to leave one solid piece. I'm going to put one of these Morettes on here. It's a CSA approved Morette for those of us in Kanukistan. Since it is a bench grinder, it's subject to making vibrations and whatnot, so I don't want that Morette to come off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw some tape, like I did the pull test on it. Doesn't seem like it's going to come off, but you know, this is cheap insurance. So we're just going to tape the Morette onto the wires all the way back down over here. And that should be good. And you know what? Another thing you can do is whenever you're putting wires back in the junction box and you do have a Morette like that, you can always tuck it away in a corner like this. Face it upwards, and at least gravity will kind of hold it in place. So that's that. Hey, stay in the corner. Okay, we had on this capacitor we had a lock washer and a 13 mil what do we got there? Of course it would be a 13. So that's that. Okay, now for the fun part. Trying to fit this thing back on. Wish me luck. I'm going to go ahead and do something a little bit dodgy. I'm going to go grab a pair of adjustable pliers. You guys probably can't see much there. Okay, I got one side in. Yeah, these things are really a pain in the arse. Got it started. There you go. Noise in the background. That's the dancing Pepsi can. He likes it. There you go. We're in. Cool. And that's not coming apart. Okay, so now we can put the plate back on. So now we're going to make the plug end. So very important. Put this piece on first. Ask me how I know. Anyways, you have to take it apart, and anyway, you know the rest. Strip just a little bit here. This one here, I didn't see a stripping gauge on it, but usually an inch is about correct. Separate all of them. Strip a A decent amount. What is that, about 1/2 inch? Something like that. Now you do what you want. You can just twist them together and put them in there and hope for the best. I do like to solder these terminations though. Just doesn't seem to come apart as easy. So that's what I'm going to do. Just got the same stuff here, the flux core. And we'll start soldering. Now what I like to do is I like to put a little kick on the end of these wires here and wrap them in the same direction that the screw is going. This way here it'll grab a little bit better and we'll have a lot harder of a time slipping out. Alright, so this one here, do we have... Pull test, good. And like I said, there's no polarity when it comes to 220. 220, single phase that is, yeah. Portion of it is under there. So I like to, so see what I did there? I crushed it down, making my own kind of strain relief. That way there's a little bit extra slack in there. That's it, we're almost back in business. So that's that. We'll check it out here. Plugged in. Beautiful. And for those of you who are wondering, this is my dancing Pepsi can. He likes it when I smash stuff with a hammer. Well, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. And remember, when you're putting a new cord on an appliance, make it nice and long for yourself. Short cords are just a pain in the ass. Cheers.